Good morning everyone. This is Umul Khair Rabia, Botany faculty from the Department of Botany. My qualifications are MSc BA. So today I would like to discuss about the introduction of botany as well as the plant kingdom. What is botany? Botany is nothing but the scientific study of plants. The scientific study of plants which are related to all the environment and which encompasses the growth, their development, their classification, their distribution, their development, etc. So now here the Theophrastus is regarded as the father of botany. The scientific study of plants is known as botany. Today we are going to learn about the kingdom of plants. Kingdom is Plantae. The Plantae kingdom involves different kinds of plants, a variety of plants which are not only present in our houses, in also the gardens, the parks, the forests, the wildlife sanctuaries, national parks, etc. etc. All the plants which are present everywhere in the world comes under the kingdom Plantae. Any plant, it may be related to terrestrial, it may be related to aquatic, etc. etc. All the plants comes under the kingdom Plantae. Plantae kingdom is further subdivided into two subdivisions, two subkingdoms. Those are nothing but Cryptogamy and Phanerogamy. What is Cryptogamy? It is the first sub-kingdom which is derived from the kingdom Plantae. So the sub-kingdom Cryptogamy is nothing but, the crypto means invisible or hidden. The plants like the gametes are invisible and hidden. Here the flowers and seeds are invisible. What do you mean by gametes? Gametes is nothing but a gamete. It is a gamete. It is nothing but the simplest unit of sex cells. Gametes are nothing but the simplest unit of sex cells. Cryptogamous collectively called as invisible or hidden flowering, non-flowering plants or the non-seed bearing plants. Here the seeds and flowers are invisible. So they are called as non-flowering plants or non-seed bearing plants. Whereas coming to the second sub-kingdom of the Plantae kingdom is Phanerogams. What do you mean by Phanerogams? Phanero means nothing but the visible. As I said, gams means nothing but gametes. Gametes are the simplest unit of sex cells, whereas Phanero means visible. The visibility of gametes, it reproduces through seeds. It is also called as flower bearing plant or seed bearing plant. Okay, the phanerogams are nothing but the flowering plants. The cryptogams are nothing but non-flowering plants. Whereas cryptogams is further subdivided into three divisions. What are those three divisions? They are nothing but Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. These are the three divisions of cryptogams. Whereas phanerogam is further subdivided into one specific subdivision which is nothing but Spermatophyta. Yes. So here this Spermatophyta is again further subdivided into gymnosperms and angiosperms. Whereas let us study about cryptogamous divisions. First is nothing but Thallophyta. Thallophyta is the division of cryptogams. What do you mean by thallophytes? In these, the plants lacks roots, stems and leaves. What do you mean by lack? Lack is nothing but absent. Absent of stem, roots and leaves in this division. So you might be wondering how the plants without the leaves, stems and stems and roots will be, how the plants will be like. So here, instead of these three, presence of small filaments like structures are there, which are nothing but thalloid bodies. The plant body is totally thalloid. Yes. So the thalloid plant bodies comes under these Thallophyta division. Next, coming to Bryophyta. What do you mean by Bryophyta? Bryophyta is derived from a Greek word bryos, means mosses. Phyta means plant. Mosses and plants. Yes, Bryophyta. The study of bryophytic plants is known as bryology. These bryophytic plants are called as amphibians of plant kingdom. the bryophyta plants require water to complete their life cycle, such as a frog is an amphibian. It also lives in the water and it also lives on land. So here, like that, in similar manner, the bryophytic plants also require water to complete their life cycle. So they are called as amphibians of plant kingdom. Next, the third division is pteridophyta. What do you mean by pteridophyta? Pteridophytic plants are nothing but vascular plants. These are vascular plants. What do you mean by vascular plants? Vascular plants are nothing but it contains xylem and phloem. What are these two, xylem and phloem? As we studied in our previous classes, xylem and phloem are the conducting tissues which provides water, nourishment to the plant. They provide food to the plant. So these pteridophyta plants are nothing but the vascular plants, whereas bryophyta plants are called as non-vascular plants. Okay, non-vascular plants means absence of conducting tissues, water elements, food nutrients, etc. These are thallophyta plants are nothing but lacking root, stems and leaves. Bryophyta plants are non-vascular plants and also called as amphibians of plant kingdom, whereas pteridophyta are the vascular land plants. They are totally containing the root, stem and leaves. Indefinite root, stems and leaves will be present in the pteridophyta plants. Is that clear to you all? These cryptogams is further divided into thallophyta, bryophyta and pteridophyta. Again, these thallophyta is further subdivided into algae and fungi. What do you mean by algae? Algae are nothing but the seaweeds of the kelps. What are these seaweeds or kelps? These are nothing but the plants which are present near the ponds, ditches, pools, etc. etc. The small greenish area which we observe near the ponds, that is nothing but your algae. The study of algae is called as phycology. The person who study phycology is nothing but phycologist. The study of fungi is called as mycology. Yes, in algae there is chlorophyll present. The presence of chlorophyll is there. Along with that, some colored pigments are also present, which help algae to prepare their food on their own. So these algae are called as autotrophs because they have the presence of chlorophylls and some color pigments which help the plants to prepare their food on their own. So they are called as autotrophs. What are algae? These are autotrophs. Fungi has quite opposite towards it. What is fungi? These are heterotrophic plants. They don't have chlorophyll in them and they are dependent on another plants for food. So here, next coming to the second sub-kingdom of our planetary kingdom. This is nothing but phanerogams. What do you mean by phanerogams? These are the visible gametes which reproduces by seeds. These are flower-bearing plants or seed-bearing plants. This is further subdivided into the biggest division which is known as spermatophyta. Spermatophyta is divided into two subdivisions. Those are gymnosperms and angiosperms. Angiosperms are again divided into dicot and monocot. What is gymnosperm? Gymnosperms are naked seeds. Gymno means naked seeds. Angiosperms are nothing but the covered seeds. What do you mean by gymnosperms? These are the naked seeds. The whole plant body is like naked ovule or naked seed. Whereas angiosperms are nothing but the flowering plants. Now, coming to the gymnosperms and angiosperms, we have studied here the plant body. Whereas here in gymnosperms, the plant body is naked. Here the plant body is covered. In angiosperms, the plant body is totally covered. It is further subdivided into dicots and monocots. In dicots, two cotyledons will be there. In monocots, single cotyledon will be there. So today we have studied about the plantae kingdom. The plantae kingdom consists of two divisions, two subkingdoms, cryptogams and phanerogams. Cryptogams divided into 3 divisions. Phanerogam is divided into 1 division. These 3 divisions are further subdivided into their subdivisions. There is a need to classify the plants to know their identity from which they belong, from which category they belong, whether they are aquatic, whether they are terrestrial, whether they are found in forest, whether they are found in parks, etc., etc. So there is a need to classify the plants.